There is one change to the Milan 11 that began their victory over Udinese, which we'll see in a moment. The fit again Sandro Tonali makes his first appearance of the season, replacing Rade Krunic, who's injured, having scored twice.
As well, yes, Europe is possibly their top.
It's an open start to the contest. Hatterborn, Malinovsky in support. Theo Hernandez got his first goal of the season from the spot last weekend in that 4-2 victory over Udinese. Went a long time without a goal or an assist. Malinovsky getting through to
part in their team over the last 2 or 3 seasons.
Tonali for Milan at the end of the campaign. Supported the club as a boy. This is Theo Hernandez. Which is a contract negotiations to Mori with Milan. Reports of potentially a 5-year extension. Fantastic performance, wasn't used. Theo Hernandez, Rakim Diaz, Theo Hernandez.
Tamori came into the situation as well. He's taken up some interesting positions. Theo Hernandez doing what a lot of fullbacks are doing at the moment, going infield into a narrower position at times.
Hernandez. Hernandez. Rakim Diaz. Theo Hernandez is the furthest forward here. The pass looked to find him, but it was just a little in his game. Is that ability to take the ball forward and to drive, as Stuart's been saying, into the centre of the pitch. We see Alexander.
Central positions. Everybody now following suit.
So last season. Really enjoying life in Italy. Here's Hernandez. Hernandez. Well, some might think it was amazing. Hans Hatterborn. Koopmeiners.
And on his day, he's still a very good player with a dangerous left foot.
I've always got the impression that Gasperini is entirely convinced that he...
In that early yellow card, he's under a lot of pressure now.
Hernandez. Again, Macias makes a run from right to centre.
And wanted to keep it. And then when Atalanta had the ball, they wanted them to kick it out. There, he just overran it. So an accidental collision with Duro.
To take on Sampdoria, that is at 7:30. Both of those games on BT Sport 1. Tonali. A lovely ball to Theo Hernandez. And Rebic was in the box. Such a shift in mentality at Milan over the last couple on between a few of the Milan players here. It looks like it's Tonali who's paced it out, but it's a decoy. It was Theo Hernandez who hit it. Theo Hernandez looking for Tonali, and it's been left for Macias! One of the areas of the team that they'd still like to see reinforced is that right-hand side where Macias is playing. Would you agree with that? Would you concur?
The right-sided attacker in the end.
Talent in Italy was his former Torino coach, Ezio Rossi. I think it is fair to say there is still a question mark over that right-hand side for Milan. I know that Ziyech, the Chelsea player, was heavily linked with a move potentially to Milan.
Milan hold a very high line. If they can time their runs, if they can play balls in behind.
Gym City. Malinovsky took a little bit of a risk with that. They got away with Hatterborn putting some pressure on Theo Hernandez here. On the pressure, almost paid off. The referee has decided that that was a foul.
It was always going to be difficult. He just didn't need to use his own.
Benacer. Theo Hernandez. Just didn't. Certainly Atalanta will hope to do much better at home this season. Only the bottom 4 won few. Milan, of course, have been so incredibly consistent away from home for so long. They have only lost 3 of their last 45. Malinovsky, Tonali. Team is completely different from what people read.
They find themselves 1-0 down.
Leao to Hernandez. Theo Hernandez. There's been a lack of conviction about Milan in the final third so far. 0-0.
Right in the very first minute.
He picked up earlier in the half. They did think about taking him off immediately because Hernandez driving on here, the fullback, Theo Hernandez with the shot. Intriguing first half in Bergamo, and at half-time, Hernandez. Hernandez. Rafael Leao. Goes on the outside. Benacer. Rafael Toloi's goal in the win over Sampdoria last weekend. He was loaned out 5 times, you might remember, by Chelsea. Here's Theo Hernandez.
He knows that was a chance missed, Mela. Such a good player as well.
Hernandez. Malinovsky is really enjoying himself out there tonight. Hatterboer taken out of play.
Ladder for Belgium. Quite sure what he was trying to do in the end.
Oh, Pasalic is in space here and he's been found too. Good challenge, great recovery that from Theo Hernandez to come from left to centre and make that tackle. Time and space here for Theo Hernandez.
Play, doesn't always hold it up, lost possession.
The Kate Lara, who has Giroud in the middle, must equally good tackle. Leao, Theo Hernandez makes the run into the box. It's going to stay in play.
Well, the intensity's gone up, hasn't it now?
Only goal of that game, scored by Ruslan Malinovsky. At crucial times last season, it was 2 against Inter, the winner Giroud, Hernandez. Top. Reinforcements, Cope minus. Malinovsky.
I'm actually very impressed with the amount of forward runs that Tonali and
Benacer. Runners all over the place in towards Theo Hernandez. Final quarter of an hour in Bergamo. And nothing to separate. Lookman. Just overrun by Theo. Kalulu. There's some actors going on the other side of the pitch while the game's going on here. Yellow card for each of the...
carries on going. He doesn't do anything. Catches Theo Hernandez.
Theo Hernandez, movement from Giroud. Origi, and still Origi, brilliantly done! And Theo Hernandez was there, but it was taken away from him by Rafael Toloi. See Sampdoria against Juventus, and it's a big weekend. So many players they've produced over the year, talent that they've produced, not just for their own clubs, but those that have gone on to others within Italian football. Tonali. Hernandez. Tonali. Hernandez. Tonali got it clear. Theo Hernandez with the chance perhaps to run with this. The Cope Miners couldn't stop him. And Theo Hernandez goes on. And on. And the ball into the box. Hernandez with the cross.
Fluent best at the moment, Atalanta, but they still are a difficult team to play against.
Foul on Theo Hernandez. Atalanta go to Verona. programme of the season. Theo Hernandez drifting inside. Half-hour mark had given Atalanta the lead. Benacer with the second half equaliser.